And there we go. We've got our shortcut keys sorted out so that we can be in the game and push fancy buttons, and it just pops up the way it's supposed to. Hello. Let's figure out what we were up to 24 hours ago-ish. We were definitely dropping off sulfur somewhere. I think I have more in the rocket. Oh, ooh, yes, I've got shiny things in my rocket. Okay, let's pull this whole one down. Just over here, I just want to pick up these. No, no, I can't put that whole thing in my backpack. Sorry, game. And that can go back on there. Do I have more? Yes, I've got more. Oh, no, I don't want the resin there. But I do want the sulfur. And then I want that one and that one. No. Ah, we managed to catch it. Look at us go, aren't we amazing? I suppose I probably actually just want both of those down here because they've got stuff on them, and then I'll take them back up in a moment. Actually, it looks like I brought a fair few things along with me. Let's go grab the rest of what's on here. Well, that thankfully is not much. I'll put it there for now. We'll sort out the rocket ship when we come back in a little bit. Oh, I hear oxygen-y sounding sounds, which I don't necessarily want to be hearing right now. I think if we put the, not argon, what's the stuff? Ammonia on that one. And we'll probably just be using that for hydrazine. Okay, then we can put that here. We'll take some of those with so long. Nope. Some of those on so long. And then we'll just take this as is. So I want to put the organics on the smelter. And we'll just deposit the gas that side. I can hear in the background my cat has done something cute, judging by my SO's reaction, but I don't know what. So I imagine I'll either get a message about it or I'll get told much later on. Organic and organic. Oh, no, I didn't mean to turn you off. What else was on this one again? Oh, more argon. Okay, so let's put this here. And then what we'll do is we'll take these off and we'll put... Jeez, I really did bring enough of these, didn't I? We'll put these back on here. And I see I've got too many. Let's see how we do. One there, those in the bag, and here. We'll put one on the chemistry lab, just because then it saves me having to pick it up at least the first time I use it. So one here. That's hydrogen. Okay. Let's go find out what do I use sulfur for. There. Explosive powder. I think I'm probably going to live without explosive powder for a little bit. Then it's just helium that I only get from the fancy planet, or from the super hard planets. Let's just go find that out quickly. Hydrogen, of course, is on the easy ones. Helium on Atrox, which is the very hard planet. Choked atmosphere, aggressive flora, treacherous terrain. Low sun, low wind, so you got to take everything with you. It gives you nothing, but it gives you a bunch of gases. That's kind of strange, but I wonder actually what happens if I'm out in the choked atmosphere. Okay, we'll find out soon enough. Now, what's this? Jeez, I'm using up that hydrogen rather well. What do we want now? We want to go plant these. We want to go drop off the soil here. And oh, I don't even have a full canister. That's kind of sad. And then didn't I? No, I left it down there somewhere. Okay, sure, I'll bring that one along. But I actually wanted the whole container. Yeah, because that's got that on the other side. Of course, we can pick it up that far away, but we can't actually drop it off quite as far back again. But that should be good. We'll grab some more research. I'm not actually completely sure what well, I know I have more things to research, but I'm not sure like what my next thing is in terms of research. There. Okay, I guess I have to go closer. That's kind of useless, but sure, go for it. One there. And that one here. They do look fun, so hopefully the research thing gets. Well, I know I can't really say hopefully. I already know what it gets out of it, but still, like it looks like it should give me good research, if only because it looks different. I think let's just put this. Actually, let's put that on here. That makes a little more sense. And then this, we're going to put somewhere magical. We just haven't decided where. Maybe here, actually. Or even... No, maybe... Put that down. We're going to do a lot of switching here. We're going to put that one down. We're going to put that one there. And we're going to put this one here. I think I'm only going to use those for hydrazine for my spaceship. But I think my spaceship is still good with hydrazine. We can take this to the ship, I think. I need to make like a little notepad or something of which planets I've started bases on, just so I can remember all the things I'm doing. Okay, that doesn't need to go off-world with me. Is that zinc? Zinc can stay here for now. This is going back on the rocket. And we'll see what happens after that. Yeah, okay, so let's just stick this up here. And we'll put that one next to this. Wow, we've got all the wind power in the world and one battery. Well, all the wind power. 4 wind powers and 1 battery. And we'll just put this on the other side, just so that we keep better track with a single glance. Oh, no, not that single glance of where things are. Okay, now we can go plant our fancy plants. Did I plant any others earlier? I don't see anything. I keep wondering if one of these days I'm going to plant something and it's just going to go like invasive on this planet and take over everything. But I would have thought I probably would have heard of that mechanism by now if it were a thing here. I could be wrong, but I assume as much. Lots of seeds to plant. Look at me being a conservationist after I've dug up half the planet. By half the planet, I mean not even half the planet. Did I plant you? Yes. Germinating. Okay. I don't need any of these, at least for now. So what am I doing? Should pick up that just because it's not good to leave the stuff lying around. Got to set an example to the children, whoever they are. So he picks it up and moves it 2 inches over. There. And there. I have more back here, don't I? Yeah. So maybe I'll actually go collect some like iron and copper and that sort of stuff, because as much as the gases have been fun, I do need some of the basic stuff again as well. I want 2 more medium storage things. Anybody know where I've left those? That's a large base. Hi, Professor Eggs. Welcome to the channel. I don't recall having seen your name before. It's a decent-sized base. I think I've got all the major buildings I need to make whatever I need to make here. I'm kind of in the process of going off-world now and collecting lots of stuff here. I've got 1 or 2 pieces of lithium, which I kind of went nuts for at one point, but I actually gathered way too much of it. 1 or 2 pieces of aluminum and compound, which I haven't been using in a while. Now I want to go do something similar, but with probably some iron, some copper, and maybe some titanium. But before I do that, I want some medium storages to put on my ship. so that I can take a little more back with me, although that assumes I'm going to be doing a ton of digging as well, which we'll see about that. But so Professor Eggs, in case you didn't know, hi, I'm a psychologist. The official purpose of the channel is to talk about mental health topics. So tonight the idea is we're going to be, and actually I've just realized I probably haven't updated the title of the stream in a while. But yeah, the official purpose is we're going to be talking about emotions, thoughts, and behavior, and how the three of them connect up with each other. We actually were speaking about it last night as well, so I might not necessarily start from scratch, but if you get lost on anything, feel free to just tell me, hey, listen, that makes no sense, explain to me what you're talking about. I want zinc down on that side of the planet. And as you'll probably, well, planet base, as you'll probably see, I'm quite good at having little moments of being completely distracted by whatever's going on screen. So I'll be halfway through a discussion of what I at least thought was a really interesting discussion, and then I'll have a moment of, ooh, what's this for? And my whole conversation goes to dust. It's a nice way of putting it. So yeah, so you'll have to forgive me that, I guess. And I guess you can decide for your own taste. If you get sick of it, you can always leave me alone and find somebody who knows what they're talking about. But yeah, so that's the plan. Usually when there's nobody engaging in chat, I just kind of mumble to myself about what's going on in the game. So like for now, for example, I need to go put some more research on here so that I can research I don't know what. How much this one got left? 7 minutes still. In the meantime, we'll go look at our research and decide what we want to grab next. Power cells seem pretty useless. Haven't really used small solar much. I don't care for small batteries because I've already got medium batteries. So now I'm just browsing through quickly to decide if there's anything in here that I need. I wanted to take a work light with me, actually. I'm glad we spotted that. Now, 20 points if in this large base of mine, anybody can actually spot a work light. I think, there we go. So I just discovered when I'm digging off-world in a cave, it's actually kind of a useful thing to have. Back to the research. What else do I want? Any suggestions? I do enough, what's his name's, tethers that I don't really use oxygen things. Actually, a portable oxygenator. I wonder if that goes in my... Oh, but it needs nanocarbon alloy. And for that I need to go to the very hard planet, which I've been putting off for a while. I could plan that now, but there's other resources I also want, so I'll go do them in the meantime. Those are all about my digging tool. Those I think are for trucks, which I'm not actually, well, I'm not using them for digging at the moment, which probably, if I think about it, might be a little bit more efficient. Where do you plan on going? There's a few planets. Basically, I think I want copper, iron, and titanium. I think there's one that's got 2 of those. Okay, so Calidor's got copper. Visania's got titanium. And Novus is iron. Okay, so actually I want to go to 3. I want to go to... Although, actually, I could have a look at Glacier because it has 2 of the 3 that I want. Very low sun, very high wind. I've got the wind power for it. Actually, that's not a bad idea because I haven't been there yet. So let's plan that, shall we? Then I'm going to want some red. Okay, so we're going to go to Glacier. That's what we've decided to do. One day, I promise I'll get to the mental health conversation, but for now I'm being distracted and getting this stuff sorted. Do I have any more resin? I think I'm going to need to make a new load of resin in my soil centrifuge over here. I didn't fill it up properly the last time, so we're only going to get 7 of the 8 pieces, but that's okay. We can put that here so long. So this base has more than enough power set up, thankfully. I actually took a fair chunk of that lithium you saw earlier and just built like masses and masses of batteries here, which is handy now. There was a time where I kept running out of power on this base, so it's quite a nice change. Let's put that here. As soon as this resin is done, we'll go build some large platforms. I think we'll make a couple of those. We don't actually need an atmosphere. Although actually now I think of it, what am I using this large platform for? Lots of copper in the mountains actually. The mountains here? Really? I thought Earth didn't have copper. Now I'm confused. At the very least I haven't run into it. So, oh, you're right. Malachite. Huh. How have I not run into that? Also, they don't seem to tell you on this thing where you get aluminum, or what do they call it? Is it laterite? I think that's it. I've just realized this system doesn't tell you, unless it's just on every planet, I suppose. Oh, and there you go. Nightbot has kindly told you all about my channel, maybe in a slightly more nice worded way than what I've been doing it so far. I haven't had much luck finding copper on what do they call this one? Silver, I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more of these. Okay, we're gonna go build. I'm just thinking, I was always making these for building atmospheric condensers, but I don't need an atmospheric condenser where I'm going now. You know, I'm actually just going to take it for power, just so that then I don't have to worry about running around digging underground. I can just have power doing its stuff on base. Yeah, no, laterite I found all over, but I mean, laterite I think I found it on just about every planet I've been to. I was just realizing the encyclopedia thing doesn't tell you, hey, by the way, this planet has laterite. So I guess it's maybe just such a common thing that they, like resonant compound, maybe they just don't bother mentioning it. Oh, one down, one to go, and now we just need to go throw off some of these storage panels so that we can fit these shiny things on. Probably shouldn't put that so far away because I'm never going to find it again. Okay, so we're going to go to Glacier, which I haven't been to before. We'll probably die once or twice because I'm generally fairly good at doing that unexpectedly. And then we'll grab some iron, grab some, what was it, titanium? Yeah, no, I mean, I found the laterite all over the show, so I'm not really hunting for it. I mean, you saw that giant stack of aluminum I had back there. I keep tripping myself up every time I say aluminum and my brain wants to say aluminium, and yeah, I never know which one wins. But okay, so we're going to Glacier now. Hopefully the one battery is enough, but oh well, doesn't matter if it's not. I can always come back. Actually, yeah, and I've got plenty hydrazine for the trip. Can we find that? You look like Glacier. No? No, that was Novus. Are you? Yes. Yeah, this is hard. Okay, cool. So this will be our first visit there. I'm actually quite keen. I forgot quartz to make a beacon. Okay. Which means I'm going to have to somehow pick a slightly memorable landing location. These things are usually good for that, assuming there's a bubble near one of them that I can land on. Because, yeah, I forgot my quartz for my beacon. And basically the issue then is if I come back here later on, I want to be able to find the landing spot. Wait, tell me there's not only 3 bubbles on the whole planet. That would be irritating. This one's here, and that bubble seems to be the closest one to it. It might help my memory later in finding the right one. Yeah, I'm not seeing any others closer to the spot. So let's give that a try. Hopefully I can find the same spot later. Or I might even, if I'm lucky, I might have a beacon in my stash on the ship, but I'm not counting on it. Ooh. Well now. Achievement unlocked. Cool as ice. Very nice. Actually, before I get out, just remind me, what is this? What was the issue with this planet? Thin atmosphere, windswept, icy mountains. Is windswept as big an issue as I think it's going to be? Let's find out. Shall we? Juice. There's enough of these things out there. We're just going to be careful about the local fauna. Are you going to just disappear, or are you a tree, or... Oh, there we go. Okay, so that was just a tree-like thing. You are a research object. We'll put that over here. Okay, well, let's set up base quickly. Well, miniature base. We'll set up one of those. And a second one of those. Alright, so... Wait. No, let me make the base and then start talking. That seems somewhat sensible. You over there. I think, and I didn't bring compound. Oh god, I really didn't plan this one very well. I do have some tethers, but is there? I wonder if there's some compound lying around somewhere. That looks like compound over there. Okay, let's go grab us some compound while we're running around, because we need that for tethers so we don't suffocate. Oh, I hear wind. Now, how bad is the wind? So I still remember in the alpha of this game, they used to have the crazy windstorms on Earth, and you could get yourself killed running around in those. Like the rocks would smack into you and destroy you where you stand. So every time I hear wind blowing in this game, my head starts going, wait, am I about to die? Especially when I'm off planet and it's unfamiliar territory. There we go. That's a happy sound. Not great at planning before traveling either. But the worst thing is I think that extends to real life for me as well. I don't tend to do a lot of planning before the time. I sort of go, okay, I'm going somewhere tomorrow. I should probably pack a bag. Although that said, by the time I pack the bag, I'm usually okay to know this is the sort of stuff I'm wanting to pack. Did I run out of power? Yeah, I'm actually running out of power. God. Okay, well, let's make us some more tethers in the meantime. Oh, you need power to make tethers. We're also going to go set up the other wind power things here then, because although, now I'm actually wondering, are they not giving me power? Oh, you know what, the ship is probably not connected to them. Can I put them here and just have these generate power here? And then generate power for me? I'm hoping so. Okay. And we can leave one piece of compound here and take one piece with us. Okay, cool. Okay. So in between the gaming, what I usually try to do when I'm not so fascinated with ooh, shiny new planet, is to talk a little bit about the mental health topic. And so maybe just to encourage you, I tend to set a topic before the time, just because otherwise sometimes people sort of sit around and go, so what are we talking about? But it's by no means a hard and set thing. You're welcome to bring in questions or your own comments if you'd like to. I'm always happy for more conversation, but if you're wanting to lurk as well, that's also no problem. So the conversation I'm wanting to continue, last night we were talking a little bit about the fact that emotions and thoughts and behaviors are all quite strongly linked to each other. And as a therapist, it's a large part of my work helping people understand those links, with kind of the idea that the more people, number one, are currently aware of their own problem, emotions, thoughts, or behaviors, and the links between them, the more power it gives them over them. But then number two, that we also try to help clients to develop a habit of being mindful of those things and being aware of all three of those things and the effect they all have on each other. Let's grab some of these. Ooh, delicious research. That needs power, that needs power, that seems to need power. That doesn't need power, but I have no idea what it needs. And I'm guessing we'd have to dig underground anyway, so maybe this is as good a spot as any. We'll just make ourselves a little bit of a nicer ramp to get down there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And yeah, it looks like we won't kill ourselves running down this ramp. Well, ish. And we'll just... I'm actually curious, because now I'm technically digging a flat thing. Oh, hello. So I was technically laying ground to make it flat, but also digging ground to make a hole. So I don't know if that fills my canisters or empties them or both. Anyway, so that was yesterday that we were talking about... Sorry, my mouse got stuck. We were talking about the usefulness of knowing the connection between current emotions, behaviors, and thoughts, but then also developing that into a habit of, as often as possible, being aware of all three of those things in yourself. So to draw a comparison, in the same way that, sometimes when we're driving, for example... Ooh, what's that symbol? Why is that... Why down there it's showing green? I don't know why. Am I digging something? Wait. Or was I digging up organic, maybe? I'm not sure, actually. Wait. There's something up here. Let's go see what that is. Oh. What is that? Is it organic? No, but this looks like... What substance is green? I don't remember a green substance. Now I want to complete at least one particle of it so I can see what it is. I can't remember what's green. Yeah, it's not organic. It's titanite? I don't remember. Why do I not remember titanite being green? It's just been so long since I've gotten it. But okay, cool. This was one of the things I came for, so it's actually perfect timing that it's there. And we can just keep digging that up. And it looks like my little base with its power is giving me... Or at least by the looks of it, I think it's giving me more power than what I'm actually using to dig with, which is perfect. It just means I have infinite power, which is exactly what I want. Anyway, so on topic. I do try to remind myself, but it doesn't always happen the way I plan. I was just thinking... I was making a comparison to something, and I really liked the analogy I was about to give, and now I can't remember what analogy I was going to give. So if you think of your senses, in the same way that, say, when you're driving, you might tune out of a lot of things that are going on around you. You might not pay attention to the fact that there's a lady with 10 dogs walking down the side of the road. You're so busy focusing on the street in front of you that you don't pay attention to a lot of what's going on around you. And so, come here. Can we pick it up before it disappears? Yes, we can. All right, let's run it back up, and we'll come back down with an empty backpack and pick these up again. And so in the same way that we could teach somebody when they're driving to say, hey, listen, I just want you to try this out. Next time you're driving, try to actively pay attention to what you're seeing around you. We try to encourage that same kind of mindfulness with people's own thoughts, own behaviors, and own emotions. So, for example, with things like behaviors, something that's happened with me in the last couple years, I'd say, I started becoming aware of the fact that I have a habit of, during the day, and the connection came later, but the behavior I was aware of is that I have this habit of clenching my jaw and grinding my teeth together. And that was something I became mindful of. I want to keep one canister, but I can maybe... see, that's what I can do. I can take this one off here. Excuse me. And I can put this one on here. Okay, I like keeping one canister just so that if I need to create something underground or whatever, then I don't have an issue with that. And now we go slide down the hole, but not too fast, so we don't die in the process. I like not dying. It's one of my favorite things to do. And we're going to dig up more of this. Great. So in the same way, we're trying to get people to have a mindfulness of emotions and thoughts and behaviors that are generally there, but they've maybe developed a habit of not really paying them much attention. And it can be really helpful for people to actually learn to pay more attention to these. So, for example, like I was saying, I discovered that I was clenching my jaw. When I started paying more careful attention to that behavior and looking for patterns in when it came up, I realized the times it was coming up was times where there was a strong potential for me to be either concentrating or to be anxious. And it started making me aware that there was actually some anxiety going on in my life that I'd kind of not acknowledged it before. And so getting to that point of going, I've been mindful of this behavior, and that's kind of led me to an emotional experience I wasn't aware of, helped me to start addressing, what's the source of that anxiety, and is there anything I can do to address it, or to have less of it, or to deal with it better, and in short, that's what I did. And that's one way of the connection, that I was aware of a behavior, and that helped me identify an emotion that I'd been unaware of. But it can work in all directions. So the examples I was using last night, I was talking about, for example, people with OCD. They're often very aware of thought processes and behaviors that they engage in related to those thought processes, but they're not always, actually I guess it's a very similar example, they're not always aware of the, this is going to drop down, isn't it? Yeah, I don't have space for this one. Why am I digging it out when I just know it's going to drop? There we go. Come here. There we go. We caught it. I do like when I catch it at the least. Well, we're going to be filling up the what was this? Oh, this was titanium. We're going to be filling up the titanium collection pretty quickly. Hopefully we can find iron just as quickly, and that'll be ideal. Come here, storage. This is glorious. Yeah, and check my battery is full as well. So even if the wind dies down, I've got plenty to last me a while, which is exactly what we want. Go in there. I wish they had a clear all button that you could, like, I don't know, stand on a platform and just click a button and it emptied out everything that was in your backpack onto a medium storage thing or something. That would really, I feel like it would make life a lot easier sometimes. Jeez, and that wind in the background really, like every time it's just flashbacks to the pre-alpha version of this, where it was like you hear that wind, you run because you know you're about to get snowed in with rocks and possibly killed in the process. Jeez, is that really taking that long to dig through? Or can I not dig through it? But, is there soil I can't... Oh my god, there's soil I can't dig through. I didn't know. Wow. Okay, I guess with drill strength, whatnot, I'll be able to do that. But wow, I didn't know that. Okay, I'm learning new things today. Although that's irritating. I know. I think I can still get rid of those plants, actually. We'll test my theory in a moment. But I think basically, instead of digging down into those plants, if I dig up over those plants, I think that'll make them disappear as well, just because they're well, like, above the ground. But let's test that theory. I need to go a bit closer. Well, I got those things at least. No? Okay, I thought that would make them go away. Wait, is this digging at all? Like, can I just literally not do any? Or is this slowly... No, see, I'm just digging forever. And although it looks like the stuff around it is, like, slowly sinking. But no, okay, no, that's just... No, that was just an unintended side effect. Although I can change the landscape of it doing that, apparently. I can make it a bit rougher. Good to know. So I'm going to have to actually bring a vehicle here to dig through this stuff. That's interesting. Yeah, without a drill mod. Yeah, that's what I figured. Plus, I guess that kind of forces you to do some of that drill mod research. Is that tether about to fall down on me and lose my oxygen supply? Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Let's pick you up and put you somewhere nice. But there was definitely, or at least there seemed to be, a fair amount of this titanite in here. So I'm happy to keep digging a little bit. Although it'd be nice to actually look at what I was digging. Sometimes I don't like these perspectives where you kind of have to zoom in so much on yourself. Oh. And of course I always worry about what I'm digging up there in the middle of somewhere. There we go. I want that, please. Oh, so I'm actually going to have to bring a ship with like a rover, and that's going to be something I haven't done on any other planets at the very least. But oh well, not the end of the world. Just an unforeseen event. Now I'm really curious actually what that super the very hard planet, it's not Argon, the name sounds something like Argon, but I forget. But I'm very curious now what that planet's like, if this one's already got this little surprise for me. And okay. Oh, hello, I heard something. Professor Eggs, thanks for following. That's very kind of you. As a reward for that, I might even remember to get back onto topic while I'm digging up my titanium. I found a better angle here. There we go. I've just got to remember to not run into that plant now. Jeez, I feel like there's just a never-ending amount of titanium in here, which I'm not complaining. I'm just saying there's a lot of it. Come on, green, organic-y looking stuff. Come to me. Maybe let's just dig into this a little bit and see. It is showing me a green cursor, which makes me... there we go. I was going to say makes me suspect there's more in there. There we go. Yes, I'm going to have to actually go do some of the research that I hadn't bothered with. I'm curious now, like, how far in the drill strength stuff I'll have to go to get it to work down here. Okay, these, as far as I know, these are only if you run into them that they do anything bad, so I should be okay with them for now. Is that I think that's quartz down there. Okay, now we just got to be careful because we don't actually know what's down here, and we don't want to give up all this lovely titanium we just found. Cool, I'm glad you're enjoying both of them, Professor Eggs. I gotta say, I'm enjoying your name. I like Professor Eggs as a name. It's definitely a unique name at the very least. I always thought my name was gloriously... Oh, the game sound just changed. That was strange. I always thought my name was fairly unique. And then I actually had somebody on Twitch, like shortly before I started my streaming stuff, like my own streaming stuff. Is that... I don't trust that thing. I really don't trust that thing. Okay, we're going to give that one a wide berth if we can. Yes, quartz. Come here, precious quartz. Because this just means I can drop a beacon once I make some tethers and get over there. Shoot. There we go. No, a little bit closer. I always get that just but these are... No, I can dig them up as well. And there's some of it up here as well. Okay, great. We're just going to sit and dig forever into the mountain here. Or, I guess, just dig up little mountains on the ground here. And that one... All I want is one, really. Oh, wait. I've already got two. Okay, well done me. Blonde moments are us. One day I'll get back to topic. You should keep a small wind turbine in your backpack. I wonder, would a wind turbine work underground, though? I mean, it may. I don't know. I suppose it might work just for me running around. I know I used to do that in pre-alpha. For some reason, I just haven't bothered with it for a long time. I'm just thinking, I should probably leave that uncovered so that future me doesn't just run into that and go, oh, there's a little mountain here, and pop myself on whatever that is. Okay, let's go. How are we doing this? I think... Now, of course, there's like infinite quartz everywhere on this planet. I don't want all that quartz. I just wanted enough for my little... In fact, let me make the beacon before I forget. And I find 9 times out of 10, and this was apparently the 1 time out of 10, I'll start scrolling one way on this little thing here to find what I want to build. Meanwhile, all I had to do was scroll like one direction in the opposite way and I would have found it instantly, and instead I scroll through absolutely every possibility of items I could have made. What's this? Oh, I did not make this pretty for myself. And I dropped tether. But that needs to be closer to there, I think. There we go. Okay. We'll go up and drop this stuff off. And then... I'm wondering about those drill mods and whatnot now. Although that would definitely mean going off planet. Decisions. They made sure I haven't run out of energy while searching the planet core. Fair enough. And I will say I haven't done the... they are still effective underground. Okay, cool. I haven't done the planet core search yet. Like, as much as I know there's cool stuff waiting for me there, I just haven't bothered yet. So that's something I still need to go do back on Earth, never mind all these foreign planets. And I need to spend the time going to activate all those cool power sources, not power sources, all those artifacts that need power. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff I still need to do. But that's okay. That's half the fun of this game, I guess. I want a pink beacon. And we're going to grab... No, we're going to grab that. And pop it on here. I had another one, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I guess when I go off, I'll take the wind turbines off again. You should get a drill mod. Sorry, Professor Egg. I should go look through all your chat and not just pick and choose them. Okay, let's see. What did you say? Should get a drill mod. Okay, so drill mod. I wonder, can I? No, I'll need a small printer. What do I need to make a small? Maybe. No, I'll still need some ingredients for it, I suppose. Yeah, okay. I think it'll be a lot easier to do on home planet. Okay, but let's go see. Some parts you can't do without a drill mod. Got to drop a follow. Thank you. Just keep a small wind turbine. They work underground. Okay. Yeah, now I'm caught up at least. Okay, so now I'm doing your chat justice. Now let's drop off that over here. And I might get rid of the compound and the organic that's on there. Yeah, and I also actually want to put those back on as well. But yeah, I guess I can leave a lot of the power stuff here and come back for it later. Okay, so let's go find another backpack full of either titanium or iron. And then we can take it from there. Oh, there's so much juicy looking stuff up above ground as well. Okay, let's go back down the tunnel of doom. Slide, my pretty. But don't crash into any plants. But slide. I think I might just dig a hole through some of this. He says, and it takes forever. Did I disconnect and then reconnect my tether there? Oh well. Doesn't matter. And I didn't bring compound with me. Clever moments that we have. I want that research. You can see there's more on it, but watch me kill myself running after a random little research pod, or research sample, sorry. Oh, and a research item. I want that. We can deposit that here, and then we'll run back down. Okay, so to get back on topic, as you can see, Gloria. Hello, Iguana. Just a hi bye. Have a good stream. Thank you, Iguana. Nice to see you. Hope you have a good night, and I hope tomorrow morning's not too brutal. Iguana's mentioned before that he has to get up quite early these days, so he's sadly not able to be on as late as some people, but that's not the end of the world. Actually, I do need to actually start thinking about that and have some slightly earlier streams occasionally as well, but I haven't gotten that far just yet. I don't think that's pink stuff down there, so let's go look at that. What color is that? Is that more titanium? I think it is more titanium. No, I thought I had the timing for that one, but I guess not. Ooh. Okay, so that's lots of titanium. Great. We will just collect masses and masses of titanium and not complain to anybody. Actually, that's really handy as well, that it lets me dig it up, even though I'm not actually digging into the soil there. And as I say that, it cancels that ability. Right, let's get this stuff out the way. Probably shouldn't be standing under these giant spikes that are going to land on me. I have not yet killed myself with a giant spike landing on top of me, and yet I'm always fearful of it. I should test that one day. Oh, is this more? Ah, it is more. Okay, geez. This planet really is like Titanium Haven. Ah, and we're going to fill up. Okay, are we full? Yes. Yes, we are full. Okay. Well, minus I could drop 2 more tethers. Let's drop 2 more tethers. Ah. Yeah, ooh, look, there's a thing there. Ooh. That's not what I wanted to do. Nope. Come on. And not down the hole. Ah, I kept trying, but I kept missing. Okay, now, how many more tethers? Jeez, I've got a lot more tethers than I thought. Give me some research. Okay, let me try and get back on topic. I'm getting so carried away with all the little thingies I'm finding down here. At some point, one of those little bubble plants is going to come smack me in the face. Well, no, those ones don't smack me in the face. It's the other ones that smack me in the face. I had that. That was great fun. And then I see some laterite, which I don't care for. I see resin, which I don't care for. I see more titanium down there, which I've still got plenty of over here. We're just going to drop that here and turn around, pick up this. That's so interesting. Like, it just let me pick up so much of it earlier, and now they're just like, nope. I love how it's not actually. Oh, okay. It's not actually remembering like what the ground looked like before I made a lump over it. And I can't actually carry this back because I have a research item waiting for me. Well, I could also just leave the research item. Oh, I have 2 research items waiting for me. What do I do? I'm greedy. I want the big one. Okay, so we were talking mouth words just now, and those mouth words were about mental health. Can I recall what I was saying? The answer is maybe. Give me a moment. Let me think about it while I'm running aimlessly, and I'll probably keep running aimlessly but not actually remember what it was, but give me a moment. Okay, so being more aware of emotions, behaviors, and thoughts. And I don't want to be dismissive of that. You know, when I'm saying it now, I'm just sort of saying it half dismissively, as if to say, you know, oh yeah, I said that, blah, blah, blah. But really, if it were a client, I would be stressing that connection and those 3 things over and over and over and over, because there are, in my humble therapeutic opinion, there are a few things more effective in helping somebody's mental health than mindfulness of their emotions, thoughts, and behavior, because that alone helps them start to unlock the changes that are available to them to make. So, you know, people with, say, depression, you know, they'd love to be able to tell themselves, you know what, I just want to stop feeling depressed. Just will that emotion away. I don't want to feel depressed anymore. Whereas, of course, as anybody with depression has experienced, you can't just make the emotions go away. And as let me drop this off while I talk. As we've spoken about this, actually I can recap on it a little as well, but we've spoken about in a previous stream as well, the concept of the amount of control we have over our thoughts, our behaviors, and our emotions. And really, it's kind of a hierarchy of control, that when it comes to our behavior, and I always use my hands for this, so I'm going to have to stop moving my mouse in a moment. But when we're talking, ooh, did I fill everything up? Let's go look on this side. I really did. Okay, so this was, oh god, I thought I really did. Yeah, I really did. Okay. I think this is going to be us ready to go, basically. We're going to put these down here. And this. And this. Actually, I've still got a backpack I could technically fill. Probably should do that. But I'm greedy and I just want to go back to base and have all my shiny things. Look at me, I'm distracting myself again. Okay, let's go back home. And then we'll think there about all the extra things that we want as well. Okay. Geronimo. Watch me realize I've left something important as I fly up. There's a beacon there though. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, there's my pink beacon. Awesome. Come on. Launch. I don't understand why they make you launch twice. Like every time I'm like, yeah, of course I want to launch again. Are you? No, definitely not you. Definitely not you. Yes, that one. Let me drink some more. Here, I spotted your chat on my phone at the side here. The shinies. I must have the shinies. Oh, God, yeah, Professor Egg, I've had somebody tell me about doing that. I haven't done it myself yet. I'd like to just avoid stranding myself on another planet if I can at all help it, because I feel like that would be really irritating. Did I click the right bubble? I always do this when I get back here. I sort of go, ooh, was that the... Oh, yes, it was. Okay. And then I go back to my base anyways. Watch this time be different, but no. There's my giant oversized base, with now a fresh load of titanium. See, Kilroy, I've got all the shinies now. You've done that before as well, nice. Kilroy, just for you, because you weren't here at the start of stream, I'll give you a... Hello! Okay, we're going to zoom out away from him, and we're going to drop those over that way. Oh god, this is a lot of... Honestly, I'm going to have to make a whole new storage facility for all the titanium I brought back. Tell you what we will do though. We'll put this down and we'll clear out the invalids, the infidels, the impure somethings. Grab that one off of there. Basically, we just want some pure titanium storage things. We'll stick that in the backpack for now, but I know there'll be more space on some of these. We'll put that one in the backpack, and that one, and that one. And then we can unload that one. Oh, crap, oxygen. Give me oxygen. I feel like it'd be such a great moment if I managed to go off to this hard planet, do all this cool stuff, find these amazing resources, land back on Earth, and then suffocate standing like a meter away from oxygen. I feel like that would just be the perfect way to round out that trip. I probably don't have enough resin, do I? Let's go see how much extra... No, but I won't have enough for storage. Okay, I can pop some soil into my centrifuge, and I can get that spinning to make some more resin in the meantime. Give me shiny shinies, although no, resin's not very shiny, so I take that back. Give me not so very shiny shinies. And in the meantime, how many resins have I got? 2. I don't have a single other drop of resin. But basically, I'm going to go make some more storage now so that I can deposit all these lovely titaniums. Actually, but no, that's not right. First, I need to bring all my lovely titaniums over here and drop them off for smelting. I don't think there's a recipe that asks for titanite. I'll be pissed if I smelt it all and then I find that recipe. Okay, so first we're going to convert that. I wonder actually if we just take that one off as well. Yeah, okay. Oh god, that machine's going to be going forever. In the meantime, we've got resin. And no space for it. We'll shove an organic on there. It can do its thing just now. We'll switch to tethers. So that'll open the space there. We'll drop off quartz somewhere random so that I never find it again. And we'll go back to claiming. So 1, 2, 3 resins. I want another 3. 4, 5, 6 resins. And we'll go make some large platforms. Well, actually, see, I just recently made, what was this one? The extra large what's his face, but that needs iron, and I don't have iron currently, and resin just feels so much more efficient at the moment. I love the base sprawl, and the worst part is, there's not an efficiency in this base, it's just spread everywhere. Okay, at the least though, I do know where most of these things are. I mean, resources, I went on a bit of a reorganization campaign at one point just because I got so sick of constantly losing track of where everything was. I've gotten a little lax about it again recently, but for the most part, I still kind of have it down that I generally know. Ooh, 1,200. I generally know where stuff is. 56 minutes for 3,000 bytes is not worth it, and yet I do it anyway. Now, Kilroy, which way are we spreading this time? I've been threatening to keep talking about mental health stuff for ages, and instead I just get sucked into more and more Astroneer. Look at me go. Okay, that can do its thing. This one is getting prettier and prettier by the moment. Come here. You can go that side. I had ceramic. Oh, I had a storage thing there, and then I got rid of it. Okay. We want the rest of this resin so that we can make some storage or to sit on my large watchers faces. No, I don't need copper because I'm not making that. I'm making, we'll find it one of these days. I am making, I probably gone the complete opposite direction for this. Medium storage. I think, God, I don't even know. I was building out in this direction, so maybe let's continue that theme. Oh God, okay. If we flatten this will be a decent spot for it. But I can't flatten because I dug up all my soil. Okay, we're gonna absolutely cheat here. We're gonna dig a hole straight down, and then we're gonna cover it up nicely with some flat soil. Look at how nice that is, and nobody will ever know, and you guys are not allowed to tell anybody. You're sworn to secrecy. So now that we've got that out the way, oh, did I just find a shortcut for? Oh, I just found a shortcut for turning my light on and off. Yes, Kilroy, I have research left to purchase. Cable plug. Oh God, that's going to be full, isn't it? Full thing of titanium. Full thing of titanium. I honestly, when I'm streaming, I need to just plop down the graphic settings on this because it's kind of ridiculous how laggy it is spinning in a circle. I know the base sprawl probably contributes to that. The poor game is probably like, God, there are so many things to render here. But yeah, oh no, I want the whole thing. But it is kind of a little laggy when I'm spinning around in a spot here. Where's this going? Is this going? This can wait here for when I empty this off, I think. Or do I? No, I put another full one there first. I swear there's mental health topics right around the corner from this very moment. I just want to do XYZ 3 hours later. Just one more second. God. I wanted to do drills though, because I've just discovered. Wait, is it? Are these drill mods for my? I can make diamond. Alright, I'm gonna skip ahead, make the fancy drill mod. Bloop. And then go find out what I do with that. Because I think, I hope that'll go onto my backpack. Okay, now we got to scroll through a million things. Wait, are these? Tell me these are not in alphabetical order. TRA. S. No. Okay, no, they're not. Thank God they're not. I think I would have shot myself if these things were in alphabetical order. But that said, I don't see anything about a drill mod. So I'm guessing it's on my backpack then that I'm going to make the drill mod. Sure, I've definitely gone round in a circle since then. Drill mod. Once again, there we go. Drill mod 3, and I need diamond for that. Diamond, I'm going to assume, is using carbon to make. What else would go into making a diamond? Like, obviously lots of pressure, but I don't know if the game has decided some particular gas does that, or... It's going to be my first time making diamonds. Kilroy, just for you, the ultimate in shiny, shiny. Okay, let's see, what do we want? Diamond. Graphene, God, and what does graphene need? Graphite and hydrazine, and what does hydrazine need? Ugh, God, these are complex things. Okay, so we need some hydrazine. Ammonium. Okay, I thankfully can make a bunch of that. Wow, okay, so I'm actually just realizing diamond is going to be some intense stuff. So I need to make 2 graphenes, and for 2 graphenes that means I need to use up 2 hydrazines on that. Wow, okay. Then I'm going to wait for it to finish. Professor Eggs, I noticed your message after I'd done all that yes, it's crafted in your backpack. So well done, me. Okay, now I want graphene. Graphene needs graphite and hydrazine. I had graphite. I know I did. I'm sure I had another one, but we'll get there in a moment. Graphene, graphite and hydrazine. Let's go. And then let's just go look over here, because in my very well organized base, this is where, it is stored. Naturally, I mean, where else would it go? God, can you imagine if my whole base was alphabetical order? That would be gloriously OCD. Really, I should know better as a psychologist not to casually refer to things as being OCD, but what can you do? I need 2 graphenes, eh? And then I'll use those 2 to make a diamond. Great. If I remember, the ultimate shine is... Wait. Is it the portable O2 generator, or is it the endless power supply? Because I think one of the items is an endless power supply, if I remember right, or understand right, or something along those lines. Where's my diamond? 2 times... Wait. Graphene and graphene. Don't give me that. It was right there. And we make some diamond. Now, I think I should be able to dig through anything with my little drill mod. Dun, 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 dun. And I also like how I just skipped ahead to drill mod 3, assuming it's sort of orders of, one is more powerful than the last. Drill mod 3. Watch it only be like for select. What's his name? No, not that. Oh, that's a fun one. Let's just drop my very expensive thing on the floor so I can preserve some resin. Deforms all hard terrain. Okay, so that should work. And then we're going to pick up that one, I think. Nope, not there. I want it flat just so I can see. Yes, okay, we took everything off it. Then we grab the next one here. The game knows it's going there. And that's also titanium. Yeah, sweet. Okay. So that'll be plenty titanium for a little while. Can't believe I didn't use carbon to make a diamond. Oh, the RTG, that's the one. Yeah. But yeah, to do those, I first got to go to the evil, very hard planet, which I haven't done yet. I've just been to the ice planet, which had all the titanium in the world and wasn't particularly hard, except for the fact that I couldn't dig through some of the soil. And I've now fixed that with my diamond drill mod. Is there any point then in getting drill mods 1 and 2? Or have I basically just been suffering without them for too long and I really should have gotten them ages ago? I don't... Okay, I get that dynamite is probably going to be useful for blowing up mountains, but I'm going to leave that alone for just the moment. Half these mods, I've just picked up mods all over. Like I had... Not the inhibitor mod, not the narrow mod. I picked up a wide mod somewhere. I think it's on my... What have I got on here? Yeah, I've got a wide mod, a boost mod, and a drill mod. And I mean, I don't have the research for a boost mod or a wide mod yet. Okay. Small oxygen tank I don't care about right now. There's our... No, not that one. Somewhere in here is what we were just talking about, the RTG and the whatnot. There we go. Haven't bothered researching it. Well, I don't have the research right now, but I can't make carbon alloy, nanocarbon alloy at the moment. Okay. Ooh, it's stuttering a lot. Oh dear. And also, Roxav. Hello, Roxav. Oh dear. The video wasn't moving for a bit. I wonder if it's only you or if other people are having the same issues. Anybody else care to comment if they have stuttered video? But that said, once again, I hate these moments because if that is the case, I don't know that there's much I can do about it. Let me just go have a look at my task manager and see what it says. I'm just going to have to start kicking my other half off of the internet. Internet? Yep, no, it's only OBS is using my internet, so if there is an issue of that sort, at the least it's not coming from my computer, but we'll still have to figure that out. Hopefully Kilroy or Professor Eggs or someone can weigh in about how their connection is. Sorry about that, Roxev. Let's see if any of them says anything and we'll figure it out from there. So back to topic, or at least wherever I can remember, wherever I can recall that we were in the topic. I can just sit here for now. Okay, so we don't have quite a full thing of that, but we're doing decently. And then we're actually going to want to take this with us to put back on the ship again. And we're going to want to make another one of them here. So the topic, we're talking about medium platform, medium storage. There we go. Also experiencing the same issue. Geez, 0.1 frames per second. Okay. Maybe give me 2 seconds. I'm going to put you on an intermission screen and go see if I can find out if I know, or if my other half is perhaps contributing to this. I'll be back in a second. And I'm here again. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, so I've just checked in with my SO, the other occupant of the house, and there's no issue with the internet being used too much there. So sadly, I don't know what's causing it to go at 0.1 frames per second. Oh, cool, Roxav. I'm glad. Well, I'm glad you're interested, but admittedly, I imagine the stream would be slightly more interesting if you could actually see the game you're interested in. Also seems to be at least a 30-second or more delay in when we type in your chat. Oh, well, Kilroy, I know sometimes I'm delayed in responding, but I mean, you just sent that now, I think, and I just replied now. Well, we'll test it. I'll keep a careful eye on the chat, and the next time I see a message, I'll try to respond to it very quickly, and then watch me lose track of it completely now that I've said that. We're going to put this back on the ship. I'm hoping whatever it is sorts itself out soon, because apparently it's none of our devices, or at least that we know of. Maybe someone's hacking our Wi-Fi and stealing all our interwebs. But yeah. Hopefully it clears itself up in a moment. Especially because I have been delaying getting back on topic. And I kind of like to do that now, especially now that I've brought home the mother load of titanium. Now at least I've got some semblance of concentration to get back on track with what we were talking about. So let's give it a moment and see. Maybe if we're lucky it clears itself up, but otherwise maybe the gods have spoken and they've decided they just don't want me talking about our trade secrets like that. or something along those lines. Kilroy, I'm desperately glancing at the chat to make sure that I don't miss any of your messages in case you test what's going on, but I haven't seen another message from you yet. What's this? Medium storage? I can actually just put this on the other side of the ship. Yeah, I can store that here. I'm actually surprised that there aren't very many other Astroneer streamers because, well, to me it's a lovely game for streaming. As much as I'm so absolutely distracted by the smallest thing, really it's the sort of game that you can kind of just tune out pretty well, or like tune out the game pretty well and just chat to people and have a relaxed, chilled time. And that's half of why I like to stream it. Okay, I'm going to keep the compound with me. I'm going to drop off the carbon because I definitely don't need to take that with me. And we're going to empty out the soil because I don't need that either. Geez, and I've apparently used enough power on this base that one of my batteries has almost no power left in it. I'm impressed. Well, I'm waiting to see. Hopefully, Roxev, so what's your deal with this connection with mental health and gaming? Alright, so admittedly, it's not necessarily I think to me, people like to watch something, and oftentimes people like to watch more than just a face staring at them talking. And so to me, the game gives a bit of a background that people can just have something nice to look at and have something to comment on if they don't want to comment on the topic of conversation at the time. I can admit that. So, Roxev, I'm not sure if you know, there's another streamer named Dr. McLive, and he more or less does the same type of thing. He's been doing it quite a bit longer than me, so he's kind of got his head around a lot of the elements of streaming and keeping a stable connection and, such like things. But yeah, I think he's got his system going a little better than I do for now. I'm still working out some of the kinks. But that said, his approach, well, he started off saying, he's a therapist that works particularly and sort of focuses on video game related things, like either as a therapeutic thing or for people that have problems with mental health in video games and kind of the connection between the two. But he's definitely branched out a lot away from that now it's just become a mental health stream where they happen to play games, and that was kind of my approach as well. Let's see when you can see it and reply. So it's 12 after the hour now when I send this. Well, it's 12 after the hour now when I reply to this. So I was kind of just talking and looking at the screen, replying to Roxev, but I think I caught your message in decent time there. I'm gonna sit and look at the chat there now, and the moment a message pops up, I'm gonna let you know that I see it, assuming I can keep my focus that well. But Roxev, yeah, so that's kind of the idea. Now, for me, my hope is that as a psychologist and as a therapist, there's a lot that I know about mental health, and particularly about there we go. Can you see my messages immediately, Kilroy? Okay, well, Roxev, I just saw that message from you, so if that'll give you some idea of how immediately I could see them. Now I'm going to take my eyes off of exclusively the chat so I can look at the game too, but I'll do my best to respond rapidly there. For at least it's probably good practice for me. I can get in the habit. I think so. Kilroy, I just got your I think so. Any idea on the time estimation? Also, is the video still 0.1 frames per second, or have we improved somewhat? Let me run around a little bit and see what's going on, or see if you see anything. But yeah, so I want to share a lot of the knowledge that I have as a psychologist, that hopefully people in the general public can make use of it for their own mental health and their own quality of life, that they can find ways to use that are beneficial to them. So I think a lot of people kind of, why is my buggy stuck in the ground? I wonder if that's going to eventually fall through the ground if I leave it there. But I think a lot of people are kind of in awe of psychologists and what they do. There's a flip button. Let's hit. No? Jeez, how far down is this buggy? Huh. Wow, that was really stuck in there. I'm just going to try and dig a hole out of there for it. Maybe let's jump in it. Let's try jump in it. I don't have a seat on it, so I can't jump in it. Do I have a seat somewhere? Give me a seat, game. I'm going to sit backwards in it, but that's okay. I'm trying to... Oh. If I go forwards this way, will I get out eventually? Yes, I'll get out eventually. Okay, I think I'm out enough that I can now just cover up. Actually, let's dig it up from the bottom a little bit first, because I know this game sometimes glitches with holes in the ground. So to reply, there's a 3-minute or so delay. Had like a 2-minute delay. Holy cow! Wow, that's something that needs to get fixed. Let me see if there's anything I can do on my side, although frankly, I actually have no idea if there's anything I can do. Jeez, that response time is insane. I'm going to keep talking in the meantime about what's coming up on chat and just try and browse through OBS, see if there's anything I can figure out there. So it's weird, I've just recently actually turned down the quality settings. I would have thought it would be a lot better by now. I turned down my bitrate. Professor Eggs, I'm sorry you're off to bed, but I'm glad you enjoyed the bits of mental health discussion that were there, but you're welcome to join again another time. Roxev, I guess in some ways, I'm sorry that you've needed to be in therapy, but at the same time, I hope therapy has been as fantastic for you as it can be, because obviously I'm biased being a psychologist and therapist myself, but I do think therapy is fantastic stuff that anybody can really benefit from. So in some ways, I'm glad that you've had the opportunity to be in therapy for so long. I'd be curious to hear about your experience of being. I haven't even been in therapy for 8 years, so in some ways you have more experience of it than I do. Obviously, I've perhaps given 1 or 2 more therapy sessions than you might have, so I guess that's where my experience would come in. Okay, I am scanning through. My sampling rate seems to be pretty normal for audio. My video bitrate is not particularly high. Let me go back to Task Manager and see how that's doing. And I was responding to another comment of yours, Roxanne. The kind of mental health issues I work with. So I'm originally from South Africa, and in South Africa we have a huge shortage of psychologists there. And so what it's led to is that most practitioners in the field have especially in the beginning, have a very generalized approach to the therapy work that they do. And so I've been a practicing therapist for a little over 2 years. And so in that sense, I haven't really reached the point where I'd advertise myself to say, hey, I'm a specialist in XYZ, other than just to say, psychologists work with more than just therapy, but personally, I've made therapy my particular focus. Like I've worked to make it that, compared to, I'd perhaps say many therapists, but definitely not all of them, but compared to many therapists, I may know a lot more about therapeutic theory and therapeutic approaches and the integration of those with each other. I may know a bit more about those than many other therapists, but most definitely not all of them. So that in a way has been my specialty, and part of that to me is understanding, it's taking any particular therapy model that I work with and understanding how that applies to a wide variety of issues. Because a lot of therapeutic models have the theory to say, look, we can apply this to any mental health issue, name something, and we can apply this model to it to say, this is what's going on, these are the problem factors, this is how we can address them, this is how we can achieve change. And so from that perspective, the therapeutic models predict that they can work with just about any therapeutic problem. But of course, if we then look at research, there's research that will say, different types of problems are often better addressed by different types of models. And in that sense, I do try to know about that, but also to have knowledge and experience in a variety of different therapeutic models that can be applicable to different types of issues and different types of people and people in different states of readiness for change and all those sorts of variables. And I say all those sorts as if it's a common knowledge thing, but there's a lot of variables we take into account when deciding on ideal and optimized therapy approaches for any particular people. And that's kind of, I'm in some ways trying to specialize myself towards having that expertise for whatever type of thing comes up. That said, I have probably got a lot more experience with anxiety related issues, and I'd probably say anxiety, depression, and trauma work than most other things. Yeah, that I hesitate to call it my specialty, but it's something I've got a lot of experience with and successful experience with. So there's that, I guess. I'm suddenly wondering, I wonder if it would be worth me restarting the stream to see if that would make any difference to this. I was just double checking. It's not that I'm running out of storage space, so that's not the issue. Well, actually, I've just discovered a drive that I had no idea I had. That's an interesting one. But anyway, yeah, because I thought maybe because my streamer is set to record the sessions at the same time that I stream them, but I've always done that and it's never had this issue. And I haven't run out of storage space, so it shouldn't be that. Do you see a little flashy light? What's the flashy light for? It was flashing another color. Wait, there. I wonder if that's the stream health. It's green for the most part, but every now and then it flashes yellow, and then what color is that? Yellow, green, yellow, red. Huh. I wonder if it's just my internet connection that's being rubbish. I'm going to suggest I'm going to switch the stream off for a moment. It'll probably take me a minute or two just because the recording thing usually takes a moment to end. But I think I'll just switch it off quickly and then switch it back on and see if that makes any difference. So let me do that and I will be right back. Please hang tight.